to set up my announcements. Whoops. Pause that so I don't get stream doubling. Go to this, go to EV announcements and everyone. There we go. And then go to Blue Sky. Devin, don't forget you also have to Obus.
Yes. My magnum opus.
Your magnum Obus. Oh yeah, the Runaway guys are playing Banjo-Tooie right now. That's cool. God, I hate her so much. She's so... I want to fight her, and that's why I want the next chapter to come out, because I feel like she will be fightable. Apparently, the first time Carol and Rudy met, he called her a hot piece of work and she slapped him so hard that he blacked out. And then, somewhere down the line, she then married that guy.
Where was that explained?
I don't know. Apparently, that's in the story somewhere. They, actually admit that. Which is why would she marry that dude? It's not to say, Rudy's not a bad dude as far as I can tell, but it's wild that she would marry him after that. Oh, yeah, it's apparently said in chapter 1 if you go talk to her.
Talk to Carol?
No, sorry. You can talk to Rudy and he talks about Carol.
Huh. Okay, I've done the start streaming thing.
Cool. Let me knock you. Let me get off the Deltarune wiki. Knock you. So that I can... I cannot call in to join my own stream. Fuck you, I can't. God, Twitch. Don't be such a baby. Alright. I have knocked. Enable virtual camera. Shut up, phone. Yes, phone, I heard you. Shush. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Devin, you have to accept my knock.
Oh, is that on OBS?
No, it's on
Accept.
Twitch.
I was able to accept it on OBS.
Ah, cool. Turn your camera on.
Oh. Can't select you, huh?
You have to.
Oh, choose a webcam.
You have to do virtual camera on VC Face. Remember.
All right.
You sure it's all right? Cause you're just a black screen. Did you turn on virtual camera on VC Face?
Yes.
Okay.
Should be. Hold up. Settings.
Welcome to
General
the
settings.
welcome to the stream, everybody. Hey, man, this.
Technical
Oh,
difficulties.
you got to do it for each
There we
session.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do it for all sessions.
Gotcha.
Also, don't forget to turn your settings off. Or your settings
Yeesh.
display off, I mean.
The settings display should be off.
That's
Are you still seeing the settings?
on. Hang on. There should. Man, I really should be better at this. Why are there 2 Joshes?
What?
There are 2 Joshes on this screen. Hang on, I'm gonna remove one.
I think this is on your end now.
That's weird. Why is it... Alright, where are you? I have to... Wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. I want the other Brave. Oh my gosh.
When are we ever gonna have a smooth stream?
When Twitch
Never.
stops being an asshole and lets me actually use Brave instead of the fucking shit that they want. Thank you. God damn. Close. Keep that open. Open to this. Jesus. Okay.
I'm just a normal dipshit and I need a fucking helmet.
Yes. Transform. Center. Lock it in. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why there's a thing appearing on you, Dev. I also no longer fucking care.
Yeah, I don't know why that's showing up either. It's not showing up on my VC face.
It is it doesn't matter. Let's go. Hello, everyone. We're here. I should probably turn on, like, generic rock music or something.
I help.
Generic, what is it called? Royalty free. Who just cicadaed me?
I'm setting the mood.
Royalty free rock music. Best instrument rock songs for YouTubers 1 hour. Cool. No, I don't want lyrics. Best instrument. Got it. Okay. We're good. Let's go.
All right. So before we get started, some additional things that we have for this session that we didn't have last session is the world map, or at least the map of Sagan Springs, Colorado.
So
Uh,
pretty.
At any point, we can. I want you to make sure that if you go into the left side of your screen, there's a little bookmark button that says Journal Notes. If you make sure to have the notes display toggled, that's the little pin marker there. You should be able to see different pins and stuff, like the Sagan Springs Airport right here. I don't have an in-depth journal entry for anything yet, but as we continue to play this game, we're going to add more to this map. We're going to add more to this map, and we're going to just see this place light up with with locations of our own creation. So I can create a map note like here, for example. Carl's Jr. because that's where you guys were.
That's where you guys finished.
In the last. Yep. In the last session, I can change the icon to be. Do we not have a? None of this is food.
What icon is that? Oh, that's the airport.
Yeah, it's a windmill icon.
Oh,
Get it? Cause air?
I thought it was a lighthouse.
Yeah, it does look very lighthousey. Also, I'm only just now realizing why your Discord icon is the one that it is because your character's name is not just Gary. It is, in fact, the full name is
Garfield Montague.
Got it.
No, I don't want to put it as an obelisk.
Guess I
Let's
didn't
go
just get a
with
yearning to feel like
Thanks.
Garfield for a day all of a sudden. Not even Monday.
No, but it's close.
You know what? Barrel. We have a Carl's Jr. on the
You
side of the lake
You
here.
didn't go to a Carl's Jr., you went to a Cracker Barrel.
It's the only Carl's Jr. that offers kegger parties.
But yeah, feel free to ask me to add locations like that throughout the game. And let's get into it.
Also, anyone let me know if the music's too loud.
Alright.
Pull out my notes. It's the wrong tab.
Gary walking around.
Moach. Moach.
What are you?
The year is
wait,
19.
Are you saying moach or munch?
Smooch.
Smooch. Okay, he's smooching the homies. Got
Smooch.
it. I heard moach and I was like, are you just eating random shit on the ground?
Gary's playing Snake right now.
It's part of an experiment.
The year is 1993 and summer vacation just started. Olive, you're with your sister Abigail in the back seat of your father's gray 4th generation Honda Accord. Peeking out the window to your right, you catch a glimpse of a big green sign that reads, "Welcome to Sagan Springs." You and your father are listening to Billy Joel through the car radio, but Abigail is off in her own world listening to Metallica on her Sony Walkman.
Of course she is
How
awesome.
have you and your dad been keeping yourselves entertained on the long drive from Michigan?
First I have to ask, how close actually is Colorado from Michigan, geographically speaking? Like, I know it's not driving distance. Well, it is driving distance, obviously, but it's not like, mostly, well, if I'm in the
It would have
front,
taken you guys a few days to get there,
Okay.
probably.
we've probably stopped at a couple of, like, random side street things, like random tourist traps, because all of it gets easily distracted. She's like, look at that weird thing, let's go look at it for a moment, because it's summer vacation. We're not in any rush to get to the springs. But she probably has also been talking it up a lot because her dad was probably, we established she was like, he didn't want to go on vacation, and then she was like, your back's about to break in half, we're going on vacation, get in the car.
And I think he's been very receptive of the different attractions that you've
Yeah.
taken an interest in. What do you think is Olive's favorite that you've seen so far? And it
right-
doesn't have to be a real thing. You can make it up.
Oh God. Thank you for giving me the chance to use the imagination I don't have. I think she's most excited for, like, things that would mostly be attractive to kids, like water parks, and, like, there is probably a large water park in Sagan Springs that she wants to hang out at. Because, you know, despite being 15, she just wants to have fun. Screw being a grown-up. She just graduated grade 9. High school sucks. Let's go to a water park and just act like a 6-year-old.
As you guys are driving along the highway and you reach Sagan Springs, I'm going to drop the water park somewhere over here. like, I imagine you see this and your eyes just light up.
There it is! We left the motel that we were just resting at and to leave, and I was already wearing my bathing suit underneath all my clothes. I'm ready. I'm hopping out the car. Dad's getting in us like a hotel, and I'm running over there.
Yeah, as your dad and sister start like unpacking the stuff,
You're like,
you
"Peace!"
just like you just run straight to the water park, and you see some other kids playing there. Some of them are younger, but some of them are like roughly your age. What in particular are you doing at the water park?
Right now, I'm just scoping it out. I want to find the biggest. I want to find the biggest attraction there, and I want to go on that one first.
So you're saying it's probably more than just a like a playground spray park. Like it probably has like a water slide in it at some
It's more
point.
like, Cultus Lake. It's like that.
Yeah.
Have you been?
It's got some water slides. It's got some. I haven't, but I've been to Bridal Falls.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's like that basically.
Yeah. Let me quickly add a page.
I think Olive is shorter than me, so she's probably like 5 foot and just got to the point where she's like, yeah, I can do this now.
Yeah, your dad probably gave you some money to, like, get your entry ticket and try some of the rides.
Hell yeah.
You get on this, really big one, and it's a wild ride all the way down. But something you notice once you get to the bottom is that once you like splash down, you've had this like huge rush. You notice that as you're sort of like paddling the little raft down to the area where they like start docking, you start to notice the raft's like sinking a little bit.
The one that I'm riding on? I didn't think I was that big.
You aren't that big, which is why it's especially baffling. What do you do?
It's sinking into the water. How far am I from the edge of the pool?
Not very far. You could probably like get out, stand up, and just like walk along the little mini pool at this point to get to the edge.
I'll walk out, but also, no, I wouldn't do that. I was gonna. Can I, like, if I were to stand in this small pool area, would I be able to just stand and still be head above the water?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna dip under and see if I'm sinking without the raft itself. Because then if I can just stand up and be fine, then I want to see if that's just the water being weird.
As you dip under the water, you notice that it doesn't feel any different from when you're just normally swimming. But as you look under the raft, it seems like there's this small patch of the raft that's like wearing out way faster than the rest of it.
Weird. Okay, when I exit the surface of the water, I want to flip that over and actually get a look at it. Because it's, this place should be better. It's a resort. It shouldn't be breaking that fast.
Yeah. As you look at it, it seems like the rest of the raft is immaculate. Like this raft has like basically just been purchased. But as you take a look at the rest of it, it seems like there's some sort of like mold spores growing on it.
Nasty.
And that's rotted this one particular patch of it. We're going to move on to Gary. Where have your experiments taken you recently?
Carl's Jr.
All right, you testing something to do with the food quality?
That's right. I'm trying to see if meat is indistinguishable, whether it's monster or normal beef meat.
I assume you have a sample of the glycomorph from last session.
Correct. I'm expecting it to be very sweet.
You are able to conclude that the glycomorph does indeed have a lot more, like sugar just embedded into every fiber of the flesh. The meat at Carl's Jr. Doesn't have the same sweetness, but it's got this addictive savoriness that is reminiscent of many fast food chains.
They'll hardly notice the difference.
They also have the meats.
That's Arby's.
Same thing.
It's true. All fast food is the same.
No, it's literally the same restaurant, just rebranded.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that's why we were both thinking of Arby's.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you're right. Shit, my bad. Sorry, continue.
One moment. I messed up something with the... There we go. Update map now. It'll be a book for now. I'll update it later. The... What kinds of meat does what kinds of food does Gary normally get at this restaurant? Like just your standard burger? Does he experiment
just
with
a
it? Or?
standard burger and some soda.
Soda.
Soda. No fries.
Another-
I can't stand fries here.
What's particularly awful about them?
It's Arby's.
Something about the salt here at this particular Carl's Jr. tastes weird.
Interesting.
I think it's the kegger parties.
It's the...
Have you come to any conclusions on what that might have been about? How the kegger parties are related?
I mean, alcohol does some shit, dude.
I know, but it's like, are they pouring
employees
alcohol
get
in the
drunk
fries?
And they ruin the fries.
Ah, okay. So they're just like not cooked up to snuff just because the employees are drunk all the time.
They could also be using salt water
Like from the ocean?
from the ocean
Oh, shit.
in the middle
Yeah,
of
they got-
Colorado. How do they get it?
That's some expensive importing.
Do you do any additional investigating into potentially where they get this salt?
I keep trying to get into the back, but they keep pushing me back and calling me a homeless man.
I don't know enough about Gary yet to confirm if that is true or not.
No,
I
It is
do.
not-
It is.
it is not true. I sleep in a lab. That means I have a home.
I live
I'm
in
trying
my lab.
And I drive a lab.
And I
I'm trying to think if this is...
I own a lab. I love him.
I'm trying to decide if this is an investigate a mystery or not, but it probably isn't, just because that's typically about, like, when there's something to do with a monster.
This has more to do with Carl's Jr. than any monster at this point. This is just an old man pestering a restaurant.
To be fair, Carl's Jr., if it's anything like the Arby's in Canada, is bad and is worthy of harassment.
Damn.
I've never had Arby's, I wouldn't
It
know.
sucks.
I just see it. I just saw it in the mall before it was replaced with the Los Tacos.
I prefer Carl's Jr.
Stop confusing me. You already did that once with the other thing with Thomas. You're not allowed to do that with restaurants now.
What?
Or you
Huh?
told me Thomas was a bone doctor. It doesn't matter. Continue the game.
I'm the Bone Doctor. Monster Bones.
Monster bones.
I'm the bone doctor too.
I keep having to hide my bone saws around him. He steals them every time.
I don't
He doesn't even
Not
give
what
them
I
back.
meant.
They're covered in blood.
I was making an
meant by
innuendo,
bone doctor.
douchebag.
Enzo, let's cut to you. What kinds of bones have you been doctoring?
From across the horizon, you hear the shout, "Shut up!" From across time and space, a young future woman says, "Stop."
Anyway,
At this time, you're currently busy not existing.
no. What he's really doing is drinking at a bar.
Oh, is he at the Carl's Jr. kegger?
Nah, something more sophisticated.
Gary privately rolled some dice.
What bar are you at, Enzo?
Like a blues bar or some shit.
Oh, he's at the Blues Brothers Cafe.
I actually have. Hold up. I have a note here about a pub that I was going to replace with the Carl's Jr., but since you're specifically mentioning going to a bar, I'll add it back.
All right, that'll work.
Why is there a Blues Brothers Cafe in Colorado?
I don't know. You have to understand, I'm doing this with the bare minimum knowledge of America, which is next to none. I don't know where the Blues Brothers are from.
Chicago.
Got it. Well, it can't be in Chicago. That's where the musical shit happens. Like, they have to use the stuff from there.
This is their home away from home, I guess.
Mhm.
Did I close the PDF? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. The Crown Tavern.
Oh yeah, we were talking about skeletons earlier, Josh. This is the image of the art that is currently the music that is playing on stream right now.
Oh, there's music on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's hot. That's really hot.
It is very hot. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
This centuries-old tavern is the main bar, diner, and restaurant for Sagan Springs. Most anyone can be found here sometime having a coffee, a meal, or drinking in the evening.
Great. What's its name? Is it the
The Crown Tavern.
Crown
Let me-
Tavern?
Let me... create a map note.
Why does Gary keep privately rolling dice?
Experimenting, shut up.
Got it.
Tankard. There we go.
On him, yes. Good.
So you guys also should be able to double click some of these, especially the Crown Tavern, and it'll show you the location. It'll show you a little bit of information about it. The water park and the Carl's Jr. and the airport don't actually have anything of substance just yet. But I'll be writing notes in at the end of the sessions. what have you been So Enzo, you came here to drink. Is there any reason in particular? You just doing it to do it, or
Now I came
there's something you're
looking
trying to
for
forget?
info on a guy named Jeremy. Well, he owes a debt, let's say.
I can't decide if that's a reference or not.
His nickname's the Butcher.
He's got a nickname called the Butcher. Only the mob calls him that. Apparently he's wanted in like 13 states.
Actually, yeah, Enzo's nickname is El Ceroso, which is basically the face.
No, we're making fun of
Face
Jeremy.
the smile. Oh. It was just the first name that came up to my...
No, that's
head.
fair. That's fair, that's fair.
It's a different Jeremy.
Yes.
Everything you do, you now have to have a Jeremy in your backstory.
Or is it going to be a thing of like it's going to add collectively? So then the next backstory is going to have a Jeremy and an Enzo.
Yes.
Slowly have a policy of like, and have a whole town dedicated to characters that Phoenix previously played.
What a weird town that would be.
That would be great. I'd live there.
The bartender, Mr. Valson. I'm kidding.
Please no.
The bartender, Fly Holbeck, is gonna say, I think I heard him talking about some new project he's working on north side of town.
Got any specifics or just north side?
He says, yeah, look for the construction. You can't really miss it around these parts.
I can work
Wasn't-
with that.
What's Enzo drinking, by the way?
Scotch.
Dry?
No, on the rocks.
Okay. I was about to actually be offended.
Huh?
Dry scotch.
Explain this.
Dry scotch is like just nasty. If you don't know what Scotch on the rocks just means, it's filled to the brim with ice.
Yeah, so it's like, would you like some alcohol with your ice?
Yeah, literally. On the rocks just means it's kind of watered down and not as terrible, but still terrible.
I recently saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit because Dom was showing it to us, and they have that one bit where they just literally put a rock in his glass.
Oh yeah. When did that movie come out? Technically, our characters in the movie, I think. Yeah, 88. All of our characters could have technically seen that movie.
That movie came out in '88. Damn.
Yeah. Shave and haircut, 2 bits. All right, sorry. Continue.
He knows you mean ice. All right. So Enzo, as you stumble upon this area, sorry, not. Have you
Bye.
have you taken a minute to let go of your drink before? Sorry, not let go of your drink, but like sober up a little bit before you start chasing after this guy up north.
You calling me a lightweight?
I was gonna say I don't think a stereotypical Italian mobster is gonna be taken out by a Scotch on the rocks, but he's good. Sorry, I'll stop interjecting. I'm gonna mute.
All right. Let's hope you don't get pulled over.
It's see. So, yeah. After paying his tab, Enzo hops into his car and puts on a little Queen while he drives to the site.
As you get there, you notice that this building that's being constructed, it's not just some normal house. It's very like it's this huge building. The frame is still just being put together. They're like they're nailing up the plywood. Like they're just starting to nail up some of the plywood around the first layer, but it's like super wide, and there's this large open area in the center of it that doesn't have any interior walls just yet. You catch a glimpse of him. He appears to be atop some of the. He appears to be on top of the part of the building that they do have the sheeting done on the like upper floor. But he's like real high up. There's a few workers around him. Oh. There's a few workers around him. They seem to be not paying a whole lot of attention, but they'd probably notice a noise. What do you do?
Enzo's gonna check his glove box, see if the family gave him a little assistant tool to help with his debt collection.
You notice a small, very concealable snub-nosed revolver in the glove box.
Good. He's gonna check the ammo count, then subtly place it in his coat pocket.
All right. You still waiting outside, or?
Now he's gonna step out of his car and approach the site.
All right. As you get there, you notice that there's this there's one of those metal sort of yellow fences that can be taken apart, but the each individual fence piece is linked by some metal wire. The easiest way through is probably the open gate, but there might be somewhere else around to like slip through unnoticed if you can find it.
Sure, I'll search for a more subtle way.
All right. I believe. Do you have a move for this? Because I think there was something in the crooked about like doing a crime.
Maybe, but I don't think I have it.
Okay. We're just gonna have this be an act under pressure then.
Okay.
And your goal is essentially to get your goal is to essentially get up to him without being stopped.
All right then. Nice.
All right. Yeah. Some of the guys have to have to start moving to the other side of the building as you're able to slip through an area where some of the gravel is sort of caved in underneath the fence. You're able to crawl up that pathway and then find an unoccupied ladder along the side of the building. By the time that he finally notices you, you already have a gun to his back and his front facing the 10-20 foot drop.
You can die here, or you can come with me. Any funny business, and I'll assume your choice the former. Understood? Hello?
He has his hands raised and he says to his guys, I'm gonna take about a half an hour break. Something's come up.
Good man. Now come with me. And again, no funny business.
Arthur, how have you been occupying your time since the incident?
Arthur has just went back to his abandoned warehouse and just kept training, and occasionally peeking outside at the new agent that is stalking him.
Yeah, ever since they had to send Cliff somewhere else, they've replaced him with another person. What have you noticed about the new agent?
The new agent takes his job a lot more seriously than Cliff, and doesn't exactly make himself known as easily.
Okay, so he's probably like changing around the location that he's watching you from time to time.
Yep.
You probably also noticed like bugs and wiretaps occasionally hidden in the walls in places where a normal person probably wouldn't have thought to look, but just by nature of being able to phase through walls, you sort of picked up on some of them.
Yep.
Is there anything in particular that you're training to like learn to do?
No, just keep in shape. Just maintaining what I have.
Yeah, like the use it or you'll lose it mentality.
Exactly.
One of the nights that you stayed up a bit later training than usual, you heard a sound like a thud in the middle of the night.
Scared the
Someone-
shit out of me, why don't you?
It seems like outside of the abandoned warehouse, there's been some sort of altercation. A fight has broken out, but ended as quickly as it started. What do you do?
I'm going to go to wherever is above it. Wherever is above the altercation.
Okay. You find the fire escape that seems to have been made for when this warehouse. So you find the fire escape that seems to be primarily used for people who are up on the catwalk up at the top of this warehouse. And when you exit the building, you see that you only see one person, and it's the guy who's laying on the ground. From up here, you can see he seems to have a big cut along his left arm. But any further details, you'll have to get up a bit closer.
I'm first gonna look around and see if I can get a glimpse of anybody running away.
You don't catch a glimpse of anyone running away. You catch what's the word? You catch a soft breeze, sort of blow your hair to the side.
Okay. I'm gonna
As
go.
the tail of your jacket sort of billows in the wind a little bit.
I'm gonna go down and investigate the body.
All right. I guess because you're examining the this victim here, this counts as investigate a mystery. Particularly because of the strangeness of this situation.
Fail.
The good news is I think you get experience for that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You do mark experience for the failure. Or for the miss, rather. And you get the sense that someone's currently watching you. Or not currently watching you, but that, like, as you are running down the stairs, someone was watching you. And I'm trying to see what it would be able to. I'm trying to figure out what it would try to learn.
Why does Gary have blood?
I was fucking around with something. Don't look at that.
What? Wait, why does
I
Gary?
was pushing buttons. Shut up. I was pushing buttons. Continue.
Wait, where did you see that?
I just see it right now. Gary just has blood around him.
I don't see any blood near him.
He was playing around with his hit points. I have a module for blood trails.
Oh, okay, got it.
Here, I'll clear it.
Wash my hands. It's fine. Continue, please.
He wanted to get the salt water in his veins.
As you're running down the stairs, you've already been punching away at the punching bag for a good amount of time. So then adding some additional surprise cardio on top of that has started to make you sweat a little bit. But as your sweat gleams, you notice that it's not just sweat. It's not just sweat that's dripping down your head. It's also some of the components of the ritual that was used to turn you into a half ghost. What was this component?
Whatever it is, it's nasty that it's falling down you now.
Remember that the ritual to create you was using very uncommon ritual components, substituting blood for tomato sauce and the like.
Oh, that's right. Gary did that, didn't he? The fucking freak.
Yep.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You just throw that shit on me right now, like god damn, dude.
I can Google a random element for you if you want.
Hold on. As if I'm gonna know fucking chemicals off the top of my head.
You don't need to know chemicals. Like what? Like
Just random
food
shit.
and random like food ingredients. Like sticks or moss you'd find on the ground.
Fucking
like-
balls.
A burger.
You were made at the Carl's Jr. kegger party.
You were made out of the salty poutine fries.
Salty poutine fries. It doesn't matter what. I'll give you this. It doesn't matter what you pick. The fact that it's coming off of you right now is extremely nasty.
Bro, being on the fucking spot like this sucks, man.
I know.
You can be
Welcome
expected
to
to
my world.
feel. You can you can expect to be subject to this a lot more throughout Monster of the Week.
Mm.
That's just the type of game it is.
Very roleplay heavy.
Well, it's not that it's like roleplay heavy, it's just because how the fuck am I supposed to come up with something that quick when I've never done this shit before?
What's your favorite condiment?
I don't have one. Why the fuck would anybody have one?
What's
I
your
know.
least
Name a
favorite condiment?
No, because then he can say like mayonnaise, and then it gets even weirder. You're not allowed.
Frozen.
Then you won't say mayonnaise.
You're not allowed to say mayonnaise. That's illegal.
It is the title of this campaign is musical in nature.
What? Oh, okay. That's the reference you're making.
What exactly is going on with this?
Is mayonnaise?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Horseradish isn't an instrument either.
Heresy.
Fucking. I hate this, man.
First word that comes to your head.
Ginger.
Ginger. All right.
Hell yeah.
You start sweating, and some diced ginger, or sorry, minced ginger rather, is like embedded in the sweat, causing this little crumbly, like adding a bit of crumbly texture to it.
That's the worst, but I love it.
What the fuck did Gary do to me?
Go over to the kegger and ask him. Sorry, I'll mute again.
All right. In the dark of night, you're not able to really get a good read on this yourself. What do you do next?
Next I'm just I'm gonna see if I can find the agent.
As soon as as soon as you start looking around, you see him covertly pull up, sort of like peeking out from behind one of the corners. He seems to search you. As he's approaching, he looks like he's looking up and down, searching you with his eyes just for weapons and stuff. But it doesn't seem. It seems like he doesn't necessarily think that you did this. He
I
says,
don't suppose you would have seen something that happened here.
He says, my attention's primarily focused on you.
Ah, great. You're no fun. You know that, right?
I'm just taking my job as seriously as I can, sir.
Yeah, well, take a page or two from Cliff.
God, I can't believe that the new agent is signed to watch over you is Super Ball.
Super Bowl, it's Super Bowl.
Super Ball.
He's a character from Sam and Max.
It's thinking the same fucking thing, dude. I was about to look up Super Bowl and post it.
He's a bouncer.
They're all code names. It's a bouncer.
Oh, I get it.
Oh my god.
I work as a bouncer as my part-time job, sir.
Work for the kegger.
Yes, this is Super Ball. Canon. This is canon now.
You know, they don't have me assigned to you every day.
Sometimes I'm assigned to a rabbit president.
Yeah, sometimes I'm assigned to guard the rabbit president, sir. I'm so glad I wasn't the only person thinking that.
Hello, Arthur. You're looking radiant today.
I'm gonna see if there's a compilation of Super Ball online.
Agent Super Bowl specifically.
Agent Super Ball Shenanigans. Yes, good. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you, Dev, after the stream is over.
Okay. He says, well, I'm gonna go, report, I'll report this to HQ and then I'll go back to watching you from a distance.
The way that you worded that, just really, really creepy. You know that, right?
It's part of the job, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Just doing my job, sir. Fuck, now I'm locked into the bit. Anyway. Anyway, he puts in a phone call and then sort of disappears back into the shadows.
See you at some other place later, I guess. Fuck. Now there's a body right outside. Why can't things just be simple?
Enzo, you have experience dealing with bodies.
I don't think Enzo's present.
Well, yeah. He's gonna make
This
one
is-
soon enough.
This takes place, well, actually, first I want to do another, like, quick scene, with Olive, before we do a little bit of a time jump.
Proceed.
Okay, well, she's going
Just
right
trying to
up
figure-
to the people who, like, run this place and being like, hey, are you, like, I don't want to assume anything, because I just got here, so I'm probably wrong, but, like, are you aware that your things are rotting from the bottom side up?
They look at you sort of bewildered, but as soon as they see you dragging the upside down raft, they're just like, "What the heck? We just bought this."
Huh. Maybe it's the manufacturer's fault?
They were in perfect working order this morning.
Yeah, I mean, they were, and now I'm here, and I can swim, I'm fine, but other people might not, so you should probably work on that. But if you got them today, then you should probably talk to the people who made it, because it's probably their fault. But be nice to them, because they probably didn't know either. Just random 15-year-old telling them how to do their job.
A very socially aware 15-year-old.
Yep. It's almost like I'm 23 trying to play a teenager.
Yeah, so they're gonna say, thanks for reporting this, miss. You did the right thing.
I Oh no, I
as
killed
you're
him.
as you're going to the next, are you going to another attraction, or is this about time for like packing up?
I don't know. I assume this is not the first thing I've been on. I probably want to go to another one and look at them and just be like, are all the things freaking out like this, or is it just the one thing on the one ride?
As you check some of the other, as you check some of the other equipment, like in the same ride, none of them seem to have that same damage.
So it's just mine?
It's just the one that you were on.
Oh shit, maybe
But
I
as you
brought
check,
it.
but as you check one of the other rides, you notice a similar damage to. Hold on, let me just look at pictures of a water park real quick.
Fair. Song just played and it makes me want to know when this song. Hang on. When did this song come out? This song came out in. Wow, really? You're not gonna give me a fucking date? Oh my god, when did Live and Learn Crush 40 release? This is important to me.
You notice one of the other water slides, one of the ones where you don't need to be in a raft in order to go down. You see some of the same rotting towards, like on one of the steel beams, sort of holding up the structure.
Like the thing that's keeping the whole thing from falling down and killing people?
The same.
Oh, good. I probably don't have anything to, like, fix that. All I can really do is, like, tell one of the... Hey, you should maybe close the park, because something's about to break and kill people. I don't know...
Part of the water slide starts to crumble as one of the kids who's going down the water slide, goes through part of the tube and sort of exits between the two pieces.
Like he does a sick jump at safety, or is he about to fall and I have to catch him?
Like he's now
In free fall?
like falling, not in free fall, but he's like hanging on to the edge of like between the two tube pieces.
Okay, how far from how far from the ground is he?
He's about 15 feet up, but there's a fence in between you two.
Well, I'm gonna scale the fucking fence. You can't stop me from doing that. No one can stop me from... I'm gonna try and scale the fence so I can get over to him and try and catch him, because he's about to fall and die.
Alright.
Okay.
Act under pressure.
Sorry, that startled me.
Act under pressure.
You have to remind myself what that is. Cool, got it. Hey.
Nice. You scale the fence and you get over to roughly where he is. Like people are. You see some of the staff saying like, "Hey, what are you doing on that side? It's dangerous." But you're like weaving in between a bunch of the structural beams and supports.
Yeah, like
Uh,
they're all like, get out of there, it's dangerous. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not saying that, but in my head I'm like, screw you guys, there's a kid about to fall. Yeah, I want to get right about underneath him and be like, it's alright, I'm here.
I'm scared.
How big does
I don't want to fall.
How big does this kid look?
He's about 6 years older. He looks to be about 6 years old or so.
Okay, I say...
Like early elementary school.
Yeah, I could probably, at least, if not catch him, he can land on me. He's about 15 feet up, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll be like, it's okay, I'm right underneath, I can catch you.
Alright, roll plus tough. Protect someone.
Boop.
Nice.
Yay!
I'm looking at the extras for protect someone, and a lot of these are, I realize, protecting someone from a monster. So a lot of these just aren't applicable.
Hey, I'm protecting him from the ground.
Yeah, it's like you suffer little harm, which is like -1 harm, which is like
to be fair,
one that could be applicable.
We could recontextualize
And impending
this
dangers.
in the-
And impending danger is now focused on you. The ground is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy. You hold an enemy back. You inflict harm on the ground.
To be
You hold
fair-
the ground back.
Shut up! I was gonna say, like, technically, I do need to use my, like, muscles to catch a 6-year-old.
Yeah, like he's falling from 15 feet. Like,
Yeah.
it is a thing that, like, if you had not rolled a 10+, you probably would have taken some harm
Yeah.
for this. But you managed to, like, bend your knees at the right time. That, like, so that the impact doesn't harm either of you.
Yeah.
She inflicted harm on gravity, and the world's never been the same.
Gravity became 2% weaker.
That would fuck with juggling timing.
There's a clown out there who's really pissed off right now. Absolutely sure he had that shit down, but for some reason now it's just really fucking not working.
Something
Yeah,
is
the
just a
rules
little
of
bit
the universe
off.
just altered.
This isn't funny.
Yeah, I probably, as soon as I catch him and I know he's safe, I'm gonna put the kid down and be like, could someone, like, open the fence and also close the park down, please?
As you're leaving the park, you see this girl who looks to be about your age, wearing like a silken dress and a flower lei in her hair.
Ooh.
And she says, "That was very brave of you."
Thanks. I like your lei.
Thank you. Did you want one? And she pulls out another one that she has.
I'm already putting it in my hair.
She says, "My name's Violet. What's yours?"
I'm Olive.
Nice to meet you, Olive. She
You
holds
too.
out her hand for you to shake.
I'm gonna shake it strongly. Can I roll to see how strongly I shake her hand?
I mean, you can just describe how strongly you shake her hand. If we were to do a roll, it would be when there's like genuine stakes.
That's fair. She's firm, strong, good, you know. She's done her fair share of them. At 15.
Kind of handshake, hand kill with love.
Hell yeah!
She then says, that kid's name was Max Tilly. I'm friends with their parents, and they had to leave too fast to be able to say thank you, so they wanted me to do it in their place.
Ah, no problem. I mean, well, I was gonna say anyone would have done the same, but I don't think that's actually true. You know, because there was that whole fence in the way.
Yeah, it's so crazy that it broke down like that.
Yeah, you would think like a resort type place would be better maintained, but apparently they're just like having that issue because they had a different issue on a different part of this. So maybe it's just in the water park is just having a day.
She says, I hope that the water park is able to get back on its feet. It's
Me
supposed
too.
to be a place of fun and joy for people.
I was gonna be here like all summer. Now I have to come up with other things I have to do here. I mean, there's not a lot of things I can't do here, but you know what I mean? Now I have to readjust my whole thing. I have to keep drinking water and it keeps putting me off.
She says, if you wanted, I could show you around some of the other places in town.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great. Although I should probably tell my dad first, because he thinks I'm still here, you know?
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to remember, did people have, like, cell phones in the 90s?
They were the big ass thick, like, radiation things, but yes, they did have, like, large ass cell phones. I don't think flip phones were a thing in the 90s yet.
Actually, in this instance, it's actually not applicable anyway. She says, I'm busy tomorrow, but maybe in a couple days at noon,
Sure?
we could meet at the Carl's Jr.
Yeah, no problem. Sure, I can do that.
Awesome. I can't wait to show you around.
Yeah, I can't wait either. It's nice
See
to
ya.
meet you, Violet.
Nice to meet you, Olive.
I did get her name right.
There were cell
All right.
phones in the 90s, by the way, and it wasn't the brick.
I know nothing about anything.
It's fine. Neither do I. So Arthur, I realized that I like abruptly said like Enzo knows a lot about bodies. Who do you call first? Do you call Enzo? Do you call Gary? Do you call someone else? Is this the thing that your handler's not going to be concerning himself
Assisting,
with because
yeah.
it's not going to be concerning himself. It's not necessarily his concern whether someone dies and you didn't do it. If someone died and you did do it, then it would be his problem. But
Yeah, I'd call Enzo.
okay.
And so, did you murder someone right outside my fucking domicile?
You live in the water park?
Different place. I was talking as Arthur.
And so, where did you take this guy to talk?
We went to the nearby lake.
The nearby lake. All right. So you guys went like to the other side of town.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Shit.
there's nothing near.
I should probably pay more attention to her.
Right across the street from Carl's Jr.
Then probably up into the mountains.
I heard they got some real good kegger parties there.
Or into like a nice secluded area.
Okay. You guys hike a little bit up into the mountains. You find this worn down shack that's got a hole in the ceiling, light sort of peeking in through it, and there's all kinds of forest wildlife that have taken over some of the area. Mosses, molds, fungi. You explain the situation to him, and as this conversation sort of wraps up, you receive a call from Arthur.
Hold on a moment. Who is this?
Enzo, it's Arthur. You didn't happen to do a job around my warehouse, have you?
Can't this wait? I'm in the middle of, get this, a job.
Well, if you're in the middle of a job right now, then what fucking body just landed right outside my warehouse?
No, who gives a shit?
All right then. Well, when you got the time, since you know a fair bit about bodies, how about you come down and check it out? Because I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
Are you gonna pay me for my time?
No.
Then no.
Real fucking helpful you are.
This interaction is making me laugh really hard. Sorry.
Look. What do you have for me to entice me into helping you?
I'll just call Gary.
You do that.
Right, arse.
Now then, where were we?
All right, Gary, you receive the next call.
Hello,
Gary, it's Arthur.
Ghost Boy. How are you?
Still don't like that. Oh, well, could be better, but there's a body right outside my warehouse.
Oh, is it a ghost now too?
Probably.
I'll be right
That's
over.
what you believe. Oh, all right. That was easier than Enzo.
Where's the ghost?
Right by the fire escape.
This is a corpse.
Well, depending on what you believe, he is a ghost.
I was hoping that there would be a visible manifestation of a specter.
I don't think that's possible.
You are half ghost. What?
Exactly half.
I
You're hoping for full.
ghost. Yes. Maybe I can make this man into a full ghost. I failed with you. Maybe this one will succeed.
You do that. Just what
Do
the
you want
fuck
anything
happened to
off of
this
it?
person?
He died. Do I look
I'm
like a
surrounded by
forensics
idiots.
officer to you? Am I able to investigate the body and
Yes, you can.
okay, awesome.
Are you like intentionally like quipping with him while you're like secretly actually investigating? Like
First
pushing
things
more
first,
in
I'm
hidden
like-
meta sort of thing?
I'm like checking his pockets and everything first off. Just like batting down his clothes. Hey, like science is expensive, man.
You have Carl Jr.'s money?
Keggers cost a lot of money
You
to
got
attend.
money for the kickers?
So what is this investigate a mystery or
Yeah, this is investigate a mystery.
really? Yes.
So aside from just the mystery stuff, you do find his wallet. You find his ID as well. It says Christopher Prower.
It looks like this man was a prowler.
What?
In addition, you can ask 2 questions from this list.
All right, so was there like any? Oh wait, there's a list. Hold on, where's the... Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. I'm guessing human.
What's it going to do? Lay there.
It'll hopefully stay dead.
I've already seen like concealment. I've also patted him down.
Like I said,
Yes, what happened here is the obvious one. So let's do what happened here.
Okay. He appears to have like a strong he appears to have taken a strong impact to the back of his head. That's sort of that strong impact rattled his brain enough to essentially be the killing blow. On his arm, he has a long, like, cut along his forearm. It's not necessarily a clean cut either. It appears to be done with a very crude blade, and it's also got little spots all along it. But there doesn't appear to be any blood leaking out.
Wait, so what's got spots on it again? The arm?
The arm, like around the cut.
Oh my god, it's gonna be the zombie virus. We're gonna hit 28 days later.
That or Left 4 Dead.
Oh shit. Neither is good.
So we're gonna ask further questions about like the cut and spots and everything, or do I have to move on to the second question?
More information about the cut and the spots might be more in line with what can it do.
Okay, yeah, let's do what can I do then?
Lie there.
This is in relation to the monster.
Oh.
So, what you can tell about the arm and the rest of the body is that it's gone completely pale. When you check for pulse, it seems like there's not enough liquid to like fill where you would normally check on the arm.
So it's like it like sinks in when I push on that part of the arm?
Yeah, like it sinks in and doesn't like pop back out. Additionally, some of the area around it is still around. Some of the area around the cut is still like slightly wet. It appears that like any blood that is leaked out has since been drained from the corpse.
Oh god, a chupacabra.
Did you drink blood from this man?
I'm not a vampire. I'm a half ghost.
Well, there's always a first for something. Maybe if you drink a human blood, then that'll cure your situation.
I feel like if anybody would know something about curing this, it'd be the fucker that did it to me.
That wasn't... I was trying to get a full ghost, okay? You know how it is. So for the spots and everything, that's like... They're not like holes or anything. They're like... Not quite growths, but like actual like... Not polka dots either, you know?
They seem to be very
Like
reminiscent of like mold spores, actually.
Mold spores, okay.
You notice that like they appear to be in like small clumps with little hairs coming off of them.
Ew. I don't think I want this man to be a ghost. He looks like he had disgusting hygiene. Is it just part of the arm too? Like no other part of his body has these like spots and such?
Yeah, it's just the one arm. Like his jacket's a bit soiled based on the fact that he's been like seemingly rolled around on the ground. Like it seems like he's taken an impact, fallen on his face, was then rolled over, then the cut was applied, and then the blood was drained from the cut.
Where'd you find this man?
He was just here. I heard a thud while I was inside.
And you didn't see anything or anyone?
No.
Maybe the culprit was a full ghost.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Either that or some kind of mushroom monster. There's disgusting fungi spots here.
Well, that's definitely something.
You said that there was like a fireplace here? Or?
No, fire escape.
Fire escape. Okay, I heard fireplace. Kind of confused for a second there. I thought maybe you made like a campfire or something. Can I like remove the arm? Can I sever the arm?
Yes, you can.
Alright, dibs on the arm.
What the
Right.
You know, most
fuck,
people
Gary?
Most people don't call dibs on the arm. Just saying.
You make a clean cut and no blood spills out.
Personally, I prefer
Look.
to keep legs, not the wings.
See,
This entire
it's
chat
mess
group is
free. I
weird.
should do this more often.
You have serious issues, Gary.
He also has a bone saw.
I also have a bone saw. So I was wondering before, like, is my lab around here?
Yeah, where do you want to put it?
Oh shit, I can put it somewhere?
Yeah. I'll temporarily put it, hold on. I'll make a journal entry for it, because I need to do that before I make a thing.
It's a good spot for a lab. You know what, I like your style, Arthur. Right over here would be good. On the southern edge. Oh, how do you ping?
Hold down, click, left click.
Oh! Fancy.
For some reason, I always forget how to do it, so...
So, like, down here?
Yeah,
Oh, down here.
that works.
Nice, nice. Gary's lab, and then we also need to add Arthur's warehouse.
Fancy compass. Or is it a clock? No, it's a clock. It's
You alright? Oh, the game's paused because I accidentally pressed space. There we go. We now have Gary's lab and Arthur's warehouse.
alright. I'm gonna be bringing this body over to the lab.
Back to the lab.
Back to the lab again. Uh-oh. Is there a story here yet, or are you just setting up? I saved a 6-year-old. I saved a 6-year-old. Somebody died. Someone else is gonna die. And Enzo's being a typical asshole, which is typical of him, so it's okay. And Gary is being
Speaking of-
Gary.
speaking of Enzo, do you want to choose this guy's fate? Did he agree to pay did he agree to pay the price, or is he gonna pay in other ways?
He's paying in other ways.
Oh, rip.
All right. What's he paying?
Let's just say Jeremy is not his actual name, and he did the family dirty. You really thought you could hide from us, Anthony?
I was trying to turn my life around, man.
Well, if you wanted to do that, you should have stayed loyal to the family instead of, I don't know, ratting on us. I'm sorry, Anthony, but I'm afraid you're not getting a happily ever after. And, well, let's just say one shot is all it takes.
All right. Just looking for. Let's go with skull for this one. All right. So do you just leave the body here in this abandoned house, or do you do some cleaning?
He's a professional, of course he cleans.
Gotcha. I'm having a brain fart. Gary, does Arthur come back to the lab with you?
Arthur, would you like to come to the lab with me to investigate this strange arm?
Might as well. You got nothing else to do.
All right. Because you're bringing it back to the lab and you have some more specialized tools, you can investigate a mystery again to find out some more things about this creature.
Let's investigate some more things. $11 is a very lucky number.
Yeah,
Some
you get 2 questions.
Some associated with death.
11?
I think. Oh no, I'm thinking of 4 and 7.
13.
My bad.
4 and 7. Never mind. So what is being concealed here? Am I able to investigate, like dissect it and see using that maybe?
Hmm.
Or would that be more
is
like, what
being-
can I do again?
What is being concealed here? I imagine that you've. I imagine that you've had a lot of experience with analyzing, like, cuts and bruises and the
Someone's at the
intention.
front door.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Someone's at the front door of your lab, Gary.
It's Arthur.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I assume that you've had experience with the cuts and the intention sort of behind cuts and bruises. It seems like, well, I guess this is dipping a bit into what was it going to do, but it's like, it seems like this creature was trying to hold back but perhaps not necessarily of its own volition. Not own volition, but it's like it's possible that it maybe didn't want to hold back. The crudeness of the cut,
Didn't want to hold
com-
back.
the crudeness of the cut combined with like how light it was.
If I may,
So it was not. So it was
How
or was
shallow it
not
was.
trying to hold back.
if I may offer a better way of phrasing that, it was being held back.
That's also technically not correct.
It was trying to hold itself back, like it didn't
Yeah,
want
like it-
to, but it was sort of being driven to do it anyways.
Yeah, like compelled or something.
God.
No, I get the idea.
Yeah, like it wasn't being physically forced to hold back, it was being mentally forced.
Yeah, like I figure it's not, but I figure like a wolf man or something that is still mentally capable of trying to not eat
Aw.
people.
Poor wolf guy.
Yeah, probably not a wolf guy though. I don't think it was trying to drain the blood. That's weird. I'm not sure.
Vampire
Or
wolf.
maybe I am sure. Am I able to sort of discern what kind of creature it is? Maybe not the specific creature, but like its type.
Yeah, from the spores, you can definitely tell that this creature is some form of fungus. It seems like the spores, even by the time that you've just driven here, have started to like take root. Like it. Not only have they been expanding, but they've also been like digging a bit deeper into the arm,
Oh, gross! I gotta
just
jar this
like-
immediately.
just like latching onto it. It seems like it seems very much like it's spreading within itself. But as soon as you get it in a jar of, I'm assuming vinegar to like prevent its growth, it
Prevent?
seems to. Are you trying to prevent its growth, or are you?
I'm thinking about it.
Or it's like, do you want to try to like
I might-
lab
I
grow
put
one
a-
of these yourself?
Might put a little bit of soil in there actually.
Oh my god. Gary, no!
All right.
There
Keep it
he
contained
is.
in its own little,
Aubrey 2 looking motherfucker.
not quite like tank, but
Yeah, like a small little, not terrarium, but more like somewhere between a terrarium and a fishbowl.
yeah. A place where hopefully no spores can quite leave, but it also won't suffocate it or something. If it breathes. Who knows?
Down in this lab, we're growing arms.
We can grow arm fungi in this lab.
To be fair, this is
Look
not
at this fungus, it looks like a finger.
I feel confident saying that this is not the weirdest thing Gary has done.
I have definitely done weirder. I will continue
is
to do
Tuesday for
weirder. I mean, I started this with eating candy monster meat to compare it to Carl's Jr.
Exactly.
But yeah, you now have your own little like pet growing project.
Yay. So a mushroom-based entity.
I'm just gonna double check the locations real quick to see what one of the more important ones to show is. Okay. So Olive,
Yeah.
when when you go the next day, or sorry, in a couple days, it's been a couple days now, you meet Violet the uh at the Carl's Jr.
This place
I-
smells different than normal Carl's Jr.'s, but I can't really place why.
What do other Carl's Jr.'s smell like?
Not salty like this. I don't know.
She says, "We don't have to eat here if you want. I know a forest trail that has some berries we can eat."
That sounds. Are you a Disney princess? Never mind. Yes, that sounds great. Let's do that.
She takes you on a nature walk.
Hell yeah, she does.
Up through sort of the hills over here.
Oh god, are we gonna find a corpse? Wait, no, he cleaned it up. Never mind, we're good.
Yeah. As you guys are walking, she shows you like the different kinds of berries, like she shows you a couple different species of blackberry, some salmon berries. Shows you like, hey, you can eat these ones, you can't eat these ones. You find some chanterelle mushrooms as well. And you see her just not necessarily in her own little world, but it's like she seems to be very excited to be sharing all of this nature information with you.
As literally, I'm just gonna say, as soon as she's like, yes, these ones are edible, Olive is just eating them all because she's excited. Just like me, she's probably just as excited because she's like, Violet's into this and I am now into this too. This is weird and cool and I'm into this. This is good.
At some point, you guys get not quite to the place where Enzo was last night, or a couple nights ago, but you guys get to this district of town that is sort of broken down. You remember how I described the shack that had like holes in the ceiling and moss growing there? Violet shows you this what seems like an entire like city block over here that the road doesn't appear to be functional anymore. Like it's all the road is cracked and overgrown. You wouldn't trust driving a car here, let alone your motorcycle.
Like they immediately knew that I was going to question this.
The buildings in this area, like some of them just straight up don't have roofs or are missing entire sections of walls. And Violet says, a few years ago, they had some freak weather accidents. And this area of the town was completely torn apart. But it's not so bad over here.
Hey, what's the least damaged building in this part of the, in this place?
That would have to be this one over here. And she takes you to the shed that Enzo was in a couple nights ago.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna repair this over the time that I'm here, right? And I'm gonna pull my ballsy tool out of my pocket. I want to find things. I want to try and make this a thing.
Her eyes light up when you say this. and
Hell
she
yeah,
said,
they do.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But then, as soon as as soon as you guys get within, I don't know, 5 feet of the building, she covers her nose and starts choking. What's that smell?
Can I smell it?
You can barely smell it, but there is the faint smell of bleach.
Oh, someone's doing some cleaning stuff here. Maybe someone else is already getting started. I want to go, if we just started smelling it when we started, like, getting near this cabin, I want to go inside. Or not inside, but I want to, like, you know, look inside and be like, can I tell what the fuck's been done here?
Enzo, what do they find?
Oh, shit.
Well, they don't find a body, but... And honestly, the only trace they find is, like, maybe a bullet hole or two. Wait, just one. It was one shot.
What happened in here? I'm going inside the cabin now. I'm invested. She's...
Yeah, Violet's standing outside the cabin, and she says, I don't know. I was just
No,
here
wait.
yesterday.
Actually,
sorry.
the only thing they'd probably find is like a spent bullet casing.
Oh yeah, she's found that. Look at that.
I was just here last week. I haven't seen anyone around here.
To be fair, 7 days is probably a lot of time for someone else to come up here. Although I'm not sure why anyone would. I'm gonna pick up the bullet casing because I have gloves, I assume. And I'm gonna say, well, whoever's
You look
here
at-
probably didn't have a good motive.
When you look at your gloves, you notice some wear and tear on the one on your right hand.
Oh, what the hell?
The other one seems completely fine.
She's gonna look at Violet. Say, don't tell my dad I just said that. I'm gonna take my glove off and I'm gonna look at the rest. I'm gonna pull it inside out and look at the rest of it because if it's anything like that, the raft, I'm gonna be furious.
Your suspicions are correct.
Man, gloves like these are so expensive. I'm gonna pocket the bullet casing, and I'm not gonna pocket my glove, but I am gonna still hold on to it. Cause if I can, I'm gonna find out what is, it looks corrosive probably. Like, well, it's not corrosive, but like, you know, I'm like, this is weird. That it's like decaying like this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, I can work without gloves anyways. Just wish they hadn't broken right before vacation. I can't get any new ones. Do you know what, someone I could go into to talk about this? Because this, and now it's my glove, and then it was the water park, and now I want to know what's going on.
Talk to you about what?
I'm going to show her my decaying glove.
She looks at it, and she seems to be very... how do I want to describe this?
It's not as bad, but this is the same stuff that nearly killed that kiddo yesterday.
That's horrible.
So-
Why?
Sorry, I shouldn't have phrased it that way.
She says, it sure is weird that it happened in so many different locations like that.
I'm gonna Yeah. It's weird that it's happening on my glove. That's frustrating. I didn't bring it to the, obviously, because, you know, it's a nightmare to dry out gloves like this. So, it must be maybe it's following me? I know I didn't bring it from Michigan. I would have noticed, we wouldn't have brought it. Our car probably wouldn't have worked all the way here. Know anywhere I might just be able to ask about this? Be like, hey, do you know about any corrosive anything right now?
I mean, I think there's this old guy on the south end of town. He seems to know about a lot of weird chemicals.
I'll look into that then. Yeah, that's a good place to start, I think.
But, maybe don't go alone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You did call him an old dude. I should probably bring someone, yeah. Yeah. Do you want to go with me? That's a dumb idea. I'll probably
Yeah.
bring my dad. Thank you, You don't have to make fun. By the way, Josh, shut up. You don't have to make fun of the fact that I said yeah 4 times. My brain, I had a mild stroke. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, a mild one. Just a mild one.
I'm fine.
I'm just sending a thing real quick. All right. She says, unfortunately, I don't know anyone who could get your glove fixed.
That's fine. I mean, it's a pain, but I can get a new one after we go home.
I'm sorry that happened, though.
It's not really your fault. I mean, unless you're the thing that's corroding everything, but I don't think you are. Last I checked, people aren't corrosive.
It's getting late. I should take you back to civilization.
Yeah. I did say that I pocketed the bullet casing, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And, once she sees you off, she walks back the way that she came back into the woods.
Oh, okay. She's a forest person. Awesome.
And we're gonna end the session there.
Okay.
I know it's like 10 minutes early.
That's
uh,
fine.
But if I were to do more scenes, I would want to do another round of.
That's okay. Now I have a thing for, and like Enzo's gonna pull out his gun and Olive's gonna be like, "Wait, I have a thing for that."
Hold it!
Hold it.
I will counter your gun with bullet casing.
All right, let me go to stream end screen. I'm not telling you what we're streaming Tuesday. I just know it's not gonna be Thief because it didn't work. But I do have a plan for what we're gonna do Tuesday. And then, yeah, we'll do Tuesday, Thursday, and then we'll be back here for this next week. I'm excited to know what the fuck this monster is. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Bye!
Bye.
Eh.